Hey everyone, Fallout here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about Universal Remote and how it matches up to some of the Tier 1 legendary shotguns in the current meta. I wanted to find out for sure which has the longest and most consistent one-hit kill range, so like always, I got to testing. Here's some notes on that testing. Every Guardian I ended up shooting was equipped with exactly 8 armor to make sure the data wasn't messed up by one test subject having more health than another. All shotguns were tested when in ADS, and each legendary shotgun had the perk Rangefinder, in addition to hitting the base range cap of 32. Universal Remote was primarily tested without the crowd control perk active. I did test it, but I'll get to that later. The legendary shotguns I tested were the Party Crasher +1, the Fellwinter's Lie, and the Matador 64. All Tier 1 legendary shotguns. Anyway, before getting into the data, the one thing I need to talk to you about is Pellet Spread RNG, because this has a big influence on kill range. Okay, what is Pellet Spread RNG? Well, the pellets you fire from your shotty aren't going to come out exactly the same way each time you fire the gun. This means the pellets aren't going to hit your enemies exactly the same each time, which means that the max kill range is a little inconsistent depending on how good your pellet RNG was for that shot. In short, sometimes you might hit your enemy with 6 or 7 pellets, then without either of you moving, you might hit with 8 or 9 on the next shot. It all depends on the pellet spread RNG. With that in mind, here's what I wanted to find out for my shotguns. What's the max possible consistent kill range, aka when not relying on an incredibly lucky pellet spread? To do this, I had a test subject stand up against a wall, then I found the furthest range where I could get a shotgun kill 2 out of 3 times. Here are those kill ranges. These pictures were taken exactly when we found the 2 out of 3 kill range. Party Crasher and Fellwinters were the same distance, Matador was a little further back, and Uni was the clear winner. This is pretty impressive considering the range of Tier 1 legendary shotguns. So, why does Uni have the ability to kill from a bit further than the Matador more consistently? There are 2 reasons. Reason 1 is that from what I can tell, Uni has slightly better range than a max range rangefinder shotgun. In specifically trying to find the damage falloff point for both Uni and the Matador, here's what I found. Not much of a difference, about a full body length, give or take, but it's pretty clear. Again, from what I can tell, Uni's damage drop-off point is slightly further back than a max range rangefinder legendary shotgun. Reason 2 has to do with Uni's unique perk, which makes precision shots do more damage than normal. How much more? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Normally, any shotgun pellets that hit your enemy in the head will do 10% more damage. Universal Remote's unique perk takes that damage bonus and pumps it up to 40%. Now, take those 2 factors, put them together, and you get a good idea why Uni is slightly better than a Tier 1 legendary shotgun, in terms of kill range. Really quickly, I want to squash a rumor that I've heard floating around that Universal Remote secretly has the perk Shot Package. I don't think that's true, and it's pretty easy to prove. Shooting the wall side by side with any Tier 1 legendary shotgun shows the pellet spread is basically identical. Now, let's talk about crowd control, which a lot of people like to bring up when talking about Uni. Yes, while it does have the ability to boost your damage by 15% when activated, it's really only going to take your damage per pellet up a little bit from 20 or 21 to 23 or 24 when hitting an enemy in the body, which can occasionally make a minor difference in kill range depending on your opponent's armor level. But the downside of crowd control is that the perk only lasts for a whopping 3 seconds, which means realistically, you're probably not going to have a whole lot of opportunities to take advantage of it. So, let's address the question I'm sure a few of you are thinking right now. Is Universal Remote balanced? It's difficult to say. The evidence of being an incredibly strong shotgun is clearly there, especially when compared to top legendary shotguns. It even has a higher rate of fire. But the gun also has a large glaring downside. It's a primary. Sure, it means you don't have to worry about ammo, but you make a big sacrifice in not being able to use a normal primary like you'd be able to do with any other legendary shotgun. You're hurting your ability to reliably fight at mid-range by choosing Uni over a Last Word, a top-rolled IS Luna, a Finala's Peril, or any other strong primary in the current or future meta. Yes, you can pair Uni together with a sniper, but that still only covers you safely at long and short range, leaving you unable to reliably team shoot enemies at mid-range. It's a hard question, and there's no easy answer, but I'm just here to share the information. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you really like this video and my other content, it would be great if you'd subscribe to my channel. Same thing goes for my Twitch. Speaking of which, this Thursday, September 8th, I'm raffling off a copy of Rise of Iron live on stream, so don't miss that. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time.